everybody, it is Genesis and it is my first video back in I feel like over a month. And I'm super excited. I took a long pause because I was not bringing you all the best of me. I was not bringing me the best of me. And to be honest, as much talk as I do about authenticity, I was not sharing all of me and what I receive. I really kept my readings to trying to stick to what other people were already doing, even though that's like good stuff, daily check-ins and new moon cycles and full moon, readings. But my gifts and understanding really lie in self-transformation, in death and rebirth, in shadow work, and in trauma healing. Disclaimer, I don't have a background, like an educational background in that. This is my experience from my trauma healing, my experience as a sexual abuse survivor, a rape survivor, an emotional trauma survivor. So this is just what I've dealt with over the years, paired with my spiritual and intuitive knowledge. So, just to get that out of the way, my life has taught me, but I am not a therapist. I don't have a degree in anything. So if you work with what I talk about, please make sure you are working with all of the other options available to you for holistic care. That said, for those of you who are new, hello, thank you for visiting. Welcome. Like I said, my name is Genesis. I have been reading tarot and oracle for quite a while now. Tarot cards I started reading 10 years ago, oracle about 7 years ago. And that's one of my great passions. And then, of course, healing and experimental, like witchcraft and chaos magic. And so I'm trying to bring a little bit of all of that, and also working with deities, because I love that too. I'm a channel, I'm an oracle, I'm an empath, I'm a medium, and I am working to keep getting myself out of my comfort zone and bring you all what I'm supposed to bring you, because I want my life to be for something. I did not learn all of this stuff I've learned for nothing. So anyway, okay, I'm so excited right now, you guys. I'm so excited. So I was not sure what reading to do at first. I always have so many ideas, so many things that I'm working through and healing that I want to talk about. But instead, what I am going to do is a channeled message from Lilith. I don't know what she's going to say yet. This is a big step for me because I really don't share what my personal spiritual life is often. Lilith is a goddess that's been with me my whole life, as long as I can remember, and she is very much vilified in our world, but right now I am not going to rehash her vilification or her, resurgence and the adoration she's receiving. I'm going to let those be to the side. Because my understanding for our relationship is that we are bringing new. We're bringing new for women, for femmes, for non-binary people, for men who are in tune and willing to do the work for their healing spaces, and for the feminine people in their lives. So we're going forward right now. I got my handy dandy crystals that I love. This giant chunk of labradorite, which is amazing. Some blue obsidian that I've had for years and didn't really work with. I'm just getting back into my crystals more. And then these two, which I adore, two little crescent moons. We have a moonstone and a sodalite. So, those are what I have today. And I am using a trusty deck that was gifted to me by a good friend. I did not initially like the Rider-Waite Tarot. My first deck was a Ghosts and Spirits Tarot, and it had very abstract illustrations. But this is a Rider-Waite, and I love it. I've used it for myself a lot, for some other people. I used it when I was working Theater Bazaar, so I've got to read cards in the Masonic Temple. And if you're familiar with the Detroit area, familiar with the Masonic Temple, it's such an amazing energy in there. So yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to share myself with you all and to hear about you back. So, I know we're coming into a new moon, Virgo new moon. The initial messages are just initial messages from Spirit that I am just trusting myself finally to pass through. I know a lot of people are feeling more drawn to body care right now, more drawn to maybe taking care of your home. I just spent the last 4 hours just top to bottom cleaning in my house, and it feels amazing. So if you're being drawn to that, please do that. If you are being drawn to that, please do that. And then otherwise, just add that in for yourself. But let your attention be drawn to what needs care right now, because this season is really good for looking at it and just making an honest plan about what you're going to do and then starting to do it, right? Setting new foundations, or, tidying up the foundation that you have and making it work for you better. Okay. Oh, shit. Okay. Oof. My goddess Lilith, I invite you to this space now and ask that you allow me to share the message that is meant to be heard for those who are meant to hear it through me. Let me do so eloquently, efficiently, effectively, and lovingly. My goddess Lilith, what do we need to hear now for our wisdom, our healing? Let me preface this with, her energy is strong. Let me preface this with, this is not about any established system. This is not about any particular foundation. This is not about what you consider a box. Lilith is coming for independent healing and also whole healing, because everything is a reflection, right? So first things first, whoever you are, I'm gonna need you to stop messing around with being concerned about what the outside says and does. You have magic that is yours. You have a personality that is yours. You have a mind that is yours. Use it, make it, feed into it, love on it, but put it together because it's yours. It's not for anybody else. So the way other people do things is not for you. People might have good advice. People might have good ideas. People might know you to some extent, but nobody knows you like you. And if you have not taken the time to unpack yourself and pour into you, then the way you think the rest of the world feels about you is gonna be a lot harder to untangle. So let's start with that. She said, I literally was turned into a whole entire demon, but here I stand. So I own all parts of my narrative. I own the parts of my narrative that I have told. I own the parts of my narrative that other people are telling, because I choose how I respond to it, and I choose how I want to carry myself. And if I stand with my head up high, it does not at all mean that I am deserving of the shit people talk. It just means I know how to hold my head high despite that shit. So, message number 1 from Lilith: hold your head high despite the shit. Know who you are, feed into you, trust you. Discernment is key right now. Discernment is key. My little fledglings, you need to know what the fuck your wings look like and how the wind feels before you try to fly on it, because you can get carried away. And this goes for everybody. Never mind, this is for everybody. You need to know what and who you are and what and who the setting is before you jump into the mix of it. Okay? But let's pop these cards out. Okay. 6 cards plus the bottom of the deck. We are starting with the 6 of Pentacles, and bitch, I see a lot of pentacles out here. So there is wealth coming in, but we need to shift the way we are thinking about wealth, the way that you are considering resources, energy, air, water, breath, money. They're all real. Money's the only one made up. You don't have to think about abundance and prosperity in terms of money. And worth is also not in terms of money. Who you are, what you give, what you accept, those all have worth. We're starting with the 6 of Pentacles. And normally I'm like, okay, cool. Like somebody's about to get a gift or about to give a gift. But what I see here is, why are you on your knees waiting for handouts? Why are we waiting for handouts? Partially, this is because there's been a theme just for me and growing and wanting to realize that I need to choose myself. So not to get myself too mixed up in here, but it's definitely some other folks out here who are waiting to be chosen. It's other folks out here sitting with their hand open, and they have not reached the point with themselves to receive the abundance. There's so much in that. I'm like, this scale right here, like, this person is waiting. Balance. You need to pour into yourself. You need to make sure that what you are accepting is what you really want and need. Because if you are accepting less than, but you're constantly accepting it, that's what the motherfucker you're gonna get. You are gonna get less than. You will get less than every time. You'll be tired every time. You'll be picked over every time, because you have consistently accepted less. And if you are consistently accepting less from yourself, but hoping for and secretly wanting more for others, there's gonna be a disparity. There's gonna be a fucking bitterness in there. So not to be, actually, never mind. I was gonna say not to be mean, but that was me. Lilith is a little mean sometimes. But it's because what you give to yourself is what you get. And that's point blank, period. You are responsible. You are accountable. The next one is the Seven of Pentacles. And I love the progression. I really do. I do. But this time he's pondering. So I'm just going to tie that one in, honestly. We are really thinking about what it is we want to grow. There's one pentacle at his feet. There's one pentacle at his feet. That's so important to me, and I don't know why. That one is the foundation. What are you sowing with this foundation? What are you choosing to grow? And when you reap these things, when you reap what you've grown, how do you feel about it? Part of growth and healing, and part of receiving blessings, is also being able to be accountable in conversation and aware in conversation with ourselves. I recognize that I've had a habit in my life of procrastinating, especially with big issues, and that sometimes comes down to like debt. Like, I really recently, very recently, just started setting payment plans again, and realizing that even if credit card companies suck, and even if I didn't get financial literacy growing up, the fact of the matter is it's not on anybody else to pay those bills. The debt's not going to go to somebody else or disappear. It's on me now to learn about it. So what I ended up planting was this denial, this not wanting to have to deal with it. And so what I ended up sowing, or rather what I ended up reaping, was a large amount of debt and like bill collectors calling and stuff like that. So like this shit is real in there. You know what I mean? Untangle yourself from it early so you don't have to untangle yourself from it later. Because like, I'm still untangling, and these are literal lessons. Let me just be very real. My license got suspended a second time because I did not pay a ticket. I didn't really have the money to pay it. But looking back, I could have made a couple small payments, and I didn't, because I was angry, frustrated, anxious, scared, tired. But putting it off fed that loop, right? So at the end of it now, I have to pay more, and it's more stressful. But anyway, we see that, but what's coming in is some help. But to me, I think it's like self-help. You have the Knight of Wands coming in. So you need to take charge, okay? Take charge. You are allowed to do this. You do not need, oh God, I love her. Okay, so I was sitting here like, all right, Lilith, I'm missing, like, what are your words for this? And she was made, and she didn't lie beneath Adam. She didn't have to ask to leave the Garden of Eden. Girl, she just left. You don't have to ask to live. You don't have to ask to create. You don't have to ask to play with different magical properties and ideas and methods. You need to be mindful and not hurt people and be accountable and responsible. But when it comes to spirituality, and I say that especially, I'm thinking of spirituality and sexuality and sex magic and healing, because we have this Knight of Wands. Right? It's a very phallic card, and it's also a transportation card, in my opinion. So these things are available to you to actually power what you're doing. choosing yourself and choosing experimentation helps power your magic. It helps power your intuition, your understanding. I'm a huge fan of sex magic. I'm a huge fan of growth like that, because it's really helped me heal a lot. But it's also just been something that's fun and enjoyable or experimental. Let me see. Along that vein, don't be afraid to work with deities, angels, entities, various pantheons, including the infernal or demonic pantheons that you are called to. Not everybody is meant for everything, and not everything is for everybody. So I'm gonna need y'all to know yourselves and not get into dumb shit. But that said, when you realize you are sovereign, what you are able to pursue and understand and develop your internal consciousness against or with is a lot stronger. I have done astral journeying into a variety of spaces. I have worked with a variety of entities, and sometimes it definitely took me for a ride. That's why I say not everything is for everybody. But the way I know myself now is so much better, right? So experimenting is for you. Trusting is for you. Trying new things is for you. And bringing in new spiritual energy, bringing in purifying energy, that's for you. That Knight of Wands is rushing towards those pentacles. So allow new ideas and new inspiration to come clear out these old, no longer serving you kind of habits that you have. Chariot, Queen of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, because I don't want this to be too much longer. So we got our Chariot. We're getting our opposing forces together. We got our little Queen of Cups. Girl, I love her because she's thinking about what she's about to do. And then we got the Knight of Pentacles, and he's about to go make it happen, right? So first of all, get your forces in order. Get your forces in order. Do you have spirits that work with you? Are they working for you? Are you making the things that you have work for you? Make them work for you. I can't say it in any other words. Make them work. You work, and everything for you needs to be working. Even if it's just you realizing that what you do doesn't have to have just one mean or one end, okay? Like, I know I have a day job. I go to work, and it's like, all right, I make money there. But it's also like, I'm going to meet connections here. I'm going to network here. I'm developing skills here. I'm taking this time to know myself while I'm here. Things can be multidimensional. Duality does not serve you or anyone else. Things can be multidimensional. As I speak, and this is a blessing I've set on myself, and you can do that for yourself, but as I speak, every time I speak, especially when I'm in my zone doing my work and my gifts, as I speak, my voice alone is reaffirming my gifts. It is building connections. It is reaching to everybody who hears me and bringing healing to them. And it is reaffirming my confidence in myself. It is reaffirming my expression and the value of what I have to say. So I have chosen to place that understanding and awareness and that tenfold unending blessing upon myself just when I speak with purpose. Make everything work for you. Make it all work for you. The Queen of Cups is coming to pull that together. That is the queen of intuition, of dreaming, of emotion, of spiritual communication, of abstract communication, of creativity, and she is sitting calm, holding the grail. Holding it, just enjoying it. Because she knows who she is and she enjoys that. So she can sit there surrounded by water, surrounded by the riches and abundance, and allow them to flow into her. I don't know, that's a weird way of describing this card maybe, but when you know yourself and when you're comfortable in yourself, when you have made everything work for you, when you have gotten to know the opposing factors in yourself or the things that are not lining up in your life, you can bring them into alignment and you can just rest in how good they are. I don't know another way to describe that except for that for me, I'm living it right now. I'm living it right now. Who you are is for a reason. All the gifts that you have are for a reason. So going forward from this reading, from this new moon, from this month, from 2020, whatever, going forward, take a second and gather around yourself, physically, non-physically, whatever, your ideas, your gifts, your values, your joys, your dreams, your creations, and rest in them, knowing that you are a sovereign being that can create and is full of love and is infinitely connected, unendingly connected to source abundance, and then decide what you want to do from there. And when you go forward with that knowledge, you have this Knight of Pentacles ready to go and act it. You don't have to do all the work yourself. Shit can come to you and it will. You don't have to go get everything. You need to go get you. That's it. Go get you. Go get you together. Go get you some water. Go get you healthy. Go get you a friend. Go cry. Do whatever you need to do. But go get you so everything else can come to you. We are not about to be overworking for nothing anymore. We are not doing work for nothing anymore. We are allowing things to come to us. We are bringing them to us. We are increasing our magnetism so abundance is reaching us. But that is it. All this fucking running around for nothing does not make any sense. All of this fucking fighting with yourself, arguing, you are who you were meant to be. You are perfect as you are. The uncovering of that is imperfect. But the source essence underneath, that's perfect, that's perfection, that's divine. That is always connected. And you pull from that. Our last card, the bottom card there, Two of Cups. To me, this is not other people. This is you and yourself, you and divinity, you and spirit. The Queen of Wands is actually under it. That's a bad bitch right there. She has everything. You are not waiting to get chose. You choose you. Allow abundance to come. That is it. And I just realized this is not on live at all. I gotta post it. But I love you guys so much. I'm sorry. Apparently there is one other message. This is almost a half on. Okay. Ooh. I almost thought we had the Magician twice. The Magician and the Queen of Pentacles. Every system started out as an idea. Every prophecy and discovery started out as something that someone received. Not from outside of themselves, but from within. Not from an external source that they could validate it against, but from within. You are that system. You are that method. You are that discovery. You are that light, that magic, that knowledge. You are that mystery, that God, that goddess. I need you to love you. And that is for real it. Make it happen. Reap the reward. Make it happen. Reap the reward. I love you. Stay hydrated. For real. Like, just drink lots and lots of water. Check your perspective. Always check your perspective. Always be real with yourself and others. And always be loved, because that's what you are. Alright, guys. I really appreciate you watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. All of the above, any of the above. I will have more for you coming up soon. Alright?